are resuming. Wait, you're live.
That
are we
was
live?
9 seconds into
You're live.
it.
Are we live?
Are we live? Are we stopping? Are we moving?
Are we talking? Are we? I was talking about powerful duos. First of all, who's out there? Are you out there? We're talking about powerful duos.
I think it's public.
Throughout time, right? So I thought about Wayne's World right away because I was like, Wayne's World, how does...
Yeah, right. Who are the other ones? I mean, you could say like,
there are a lot of different powerful duos, obviously, like Bonnie and Clyde, Batman and Robin.
Bonnie's birthday is October 1st.
Oh, Bonnie. Or even like something like Aphrodite High, or something like Aphrodite and Cupid. That's a powerful duo. She's the goddess of love, and he's the god of love, and they have a very different type of dynamic. She's delegating logistics, and he's going up, kind of being a little bit more mischievous, but he's still being kind of helpful. Let's not wait for mom to come to the logistics. Let's just shoot them with these feelings. Gemini and Libra are right at play there.
Laverne and Shirley.
Thelma and Louise, that's a good powerful duo.
Lucy and Desi.
Oh, Lucy and Desi.
Right.
Oh, I love Lucy.
Right.
Cher and Sunny. Sunny and Cher.
Right.
Sunny and Cher.
We can even go as far as to say something like The Odd Couple or Mork and Mindy.
Oh, yeah, Mork.
Damn, y'all, we taking you back. So if you're born in like 1992, you may not know.
Donald Duck and Daffy Duck.
Oh, my God. Tom and Jerry, that's like Mickey and Minnie.
Mickey and Minnie.
Well,
Donald and Daisy.
It is so crazy because we were talking about something today, and I was like, maybe we'll get the Ten of Swords in the ring.
Batman and Robin are not real. Batman and Robin are a duo, but Batman and Superman are not, even though they work together a lot, right? They're not a duo. Well, he did call it. So he said, I did not look at the bottom of the deck. This is kind of creepy because we were just talking before this reading. And I was talking about some stuff, just talking about some analyzing stuff, Gemini rising. So, yeah, I was talking about some stuff yesterday was your birthday. Woo-hoo. Hi. And look, this is talking about the analysis down to it. You know what you know. It's the depth of it in your mind now. You're like, this is what it is.
Right.
So 10 of Swords is like, the war has already happened. The worst of the worst has happened to you in your mind or in the reality of the situation, right? You know. You have analyzed it. You have seen it. Happy birthday, Virgo.
Happy birthday,
This is Mercury. So this is Gemini, Virgo energy. I mean, it's Gemini because it is the sun in Gemini, but Mercury also is ruled by Virgo. So, hey, so it's definitely talking about you could be dealing with either one of those. Or you can be doing, a lot of us are going to be doing a lot of analysis. Some of us have already done the analysis. Some of us have already gone through the war. And it's like your mind is not going to change its mind about what it is because the casualties are there. Bobby Hugh is dead, and this relationship got ruined, and this job got left, and you moved from this place to this place, and you no longer to speak with this person and this, that. That's what this card is talking about. But it's saying don't stay there. It's saying look at the sunrise behind the swords.
It's also saying that if you are not paying attention to all of the stuff that you know that has been ruined, you're in denial. And you're just like staying in something, or you're staying attached to something psychologically for no apparent reason other than you just want to be attached to it.
Like you just want to analyze it. Right. You just want to like get in and figure out why you did what you did and why they did what they did and how you do. And you know, for some of you that might be your version of what a relationship is.
Right.
But that's very like surface felt.
Yeah, and it's also kind of like you might be complaining about the same stuff, or you might be creating the same scenario over and over and over and over and over and over, and maybe some people are actually tired of you, or you might be tired of a situation that's been going on for quite some time. It's related to Jupiter, the wheel, so it's saying that it's a cycle that is not actually going to repeat itself unless you allow it to.
There is an expansion that has happened here, an expansion that's kind of like caused the death or transformation.
Yeah.
And it could be with a male archetype in your life for sure because Jupiter is there.
Right.
So it could be like some type of male in your life that, you know, you thought that it was something more than maybe it was, or the ability to expand in this idea has gotten ruined somehow.
Right.
Okay?
You're worried about something ending, right?
Let's get ready to do this quick read. We got some people here. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Baltimore.
We're going to start with Aries.
Here we go.
First.
Aries, quick read.
Page of Pentacles. So this is talking about change in regards to materialization and what you're able to accomplish on a physical level. This is double Earth. So this is you being very interested. It's Virgo season, Aries, and the sun is there right now. So we're all thinking about how our routine is going, what we're able to develop out of our routine, and how we're able to go into this new phase, enthusiastically.
Yeah, this is talking about lessons that you're learning right now. Aries, you could be definitely dealing with a male who could be acting a little bit immature on a physical plane somehow, or you could be really suspect as to whether somebody that you're dealing with is financially going to be able to give you the things that you really, your heart's desire. Here it's talking about like stick in there with that person possibly. This person, it might seem like mountainous, but actually this person is the type of person that will really be able to produce the life that you want. Or it could also be saying that there's a male in your life that has a gift for you this week in a more short-term kind of aspect. It could be something physical, good or bad, that causes you to respond in a way. It is finite, so it is something that can be read or be seen or be touched from other parties because it's a pentacle.
Right. They're ruled by Saturn, so I'm getting the Capricorn energy from this. So, Aries, in your efforts to achieve something in life, I feel like if you just stay with it and don't get bent out of shape about things and turns and twists that happen, because, Saturn is going to teach you things that you didn't want to know. And you're just going to sort of develop things slowly, and your empire will build into the mountain that you want it to be.
Yeah, there's restrictions with the male somehow, and it could be with finances or pleasure, or time even, the time you get to spend with each other or don't get to spend with each other.
Definitely could be a male involved in
or a younger brother, or like someone immature, or like the man that you're dating has been acting a little bit tannish recently, or maybe just looking at the order of things instead of looking at the emotions somehow. You could be wanting very much something like emotional.
Let's go with Taurus at 747.
Taurus.
Wow.
Okay, Taurus. Taurus got a Taurus card.
Right.
And it's Mercury in Taurus.
We're still in Pentacles energy, too.
Mercury doesn't really like to be in Taurus, right? This is kind of a difficult placement for Mercury because Mercury is very fast. It's ruled by Gemini, and it's ruled by Virgo. And both of those, they like to do things fast. They like to look at the details and do it really fast and order it out and check it and communicate and uncover and messages and all that stuff. And Taurus wants to do things very slowly. It's an open field where it can predictably see things coming from a distance, where it can kind of plan things out. And it's very focused on the physical because the physical is what kind of gets it to the spiritual.
The interesting thing about this card is that it is a mercurial card, but then at the same time, it's talking about slowing down and sort of being more grounded. And Mercury doesn't want to be grounded, right? It's like when your mind is in this conflict of the process of like what you have in your life and what you can afford to do, and if you're even able to like take a shower, you know what I mean? It's like those types of things. You might be having some turmoil over your physical body.
There's physically, it's physical, and the communications are physical.
Right.
So it could be like, it could be like your pleasures. Like for some of you, and if some of you ask the question of whether or not this relationship is the relationship for me, and you've been having a lot of problems with it, this card is saying it isn't.
You're not seeing the results.
This card is, and that's more like you'll know if you know. And I'm not even talking about like years or something. I'm talking about maybe someone who's single and just been dating and is testing the water a little bit. This card is definitely saying like there is a better relationship out there if you allow yourself to be open to it. And then for other people, it's like in your commitment of marriage, if this is marriage, in your commitment, some of you Tauruses are not you're feeling imbalanced with the spiritual. There's too much physical. Maybe there's great sex, or they're rich, or they can provide you with these things. You guys always go out to eat. You always get a gift from them or something. But there's something physically that's not working. Maybe you're not sexually fulfilled and you're not letting them know, or they're not somehow. And you need to get to a place where the spiritual connection is clear.
I'm getting that you're like not feeling good about your body.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're not taking care of your body either. It's like you're thinking about taking care of your body. You know what you should be eating, but you're not doing that. So then you like look in the mirror and you say things to yourself that aren't necessarily true, but it's like you're punishing yourself because you're not following through with whatever it is that you felt like you wanted to materialize. Right? Because you know whatever it is going to bring you to a place of feeling more comfortable with yourself. But you're saying things to yourself and thinking things, but then you're not doing it. It's not coming into the materialization. So you're really just going around for no reason. You should do it.
You're not like alone in the situation, whatever it is. He's getting a strong body thing from it, so definitely listen to those messages. And I'm getting a strong emotional, like lovers kind of thing, like your commitments. You're not alone in the commitment type of situation, even though you're feeling some type of dissatisfaction. You very much want to communicate something physical that is bothering you. So you need to look at that. Some of you have just gone into unemployment, or the money has just kind of gone down a lot. So it's like, and this is in the second, you guys rule the second house. So it's like you really need to look at that as a Taurus. It's very debilitating to not have.
Right, exactly. And it's like you might even be seeing other people with things and you're just feeling bad about yourself because you might be in a position where your socioeconomic power is being tested and like you don't have a high confidence level right now because you might be pinching pennies. And that's okay because there's always something that can accumulate. If you put your mind in the right place, you will be able to manifest something. It's like you got to get out there and stop focusing on little things that aren't working for you and think about what actually will work, right?
Okay. All right, Taurus.
All right, let's go with Gemini.
Gemini.
You got two wands, Mars and Aries.
So what do you want? This is about wanting. You want things, Gemini. I want what I want. That's what this card is talking about, right? It's Aries.
Right.
So it's like, I'm just me.
That is for Taurus Moon. I'm sorry. That is for Taurus Moon, too. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising.
Yeah, that was the messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what we just did. Now, these are for Gemini and all strong Gemini aspects. So if you know you have like Venus in Gemini or Saturn in Gemini, you can look at that as well. So here we're talking about choices.
Right.
You're going to have some choices that you're going to have to make this week, and you're going to initiate it inside of yourself. It is personal, actually, even if it does affect your lover or someone else.
Right.
It's personal.
Yeah, because it's like, it's how are you relating to each other by your actions, right? Because Gemini, you may not follow through with the actions as much as you are communicating that. So this is understanding how to follow through after you communicate, and then you follow through with the actions that you communicated before. Because now you're dealing with something else. So you have to consider that thing, and then you'll definitely be inspired to make the right choice. But are you listening to making the right choice? I mean, we got your card for the actual bottom of
which
the
is
deck.
Sun and Gemini. So that means you guys are affecting everybody this week with your ways, right? So, and this is very much crying out to be yourself somehow. Mars and Aries is like, really, I want to be me. I want to be me and be able to be myself, whatever that is, and get what I want.
But what does that mean?
What does that mean? This is supposed to be integrity, and this is also talking about romance. Some people like having to make choices with passions, right? Because the twos are talking about a fork.
Right.
So it's this or it's that, So some of you, and it's like, with your passions inside of yourself, only you know. But you very much want to establish something. You might even have some type of short-term project.
You're rethinking things, Gemini, and I think that's good because you guys don't really get settled.
Almost Gemini looking.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because the two there, that is the Gemini symbol even,
you don't get settled with a thought usually. It's like a million thoughts, right? So now you're thinking about like, why am I not getting anywhere with the way that I've been doing things, right? So now you're trying to understand how you can expand in a different way with the Ten of Swords here by really considering other people's needs, right? Based on how they are following through with what your needs are.
Yeah, you're very much trying to figure out how to get what you want somehow. You very much want something. You're thinking about how if it's possible for you to still be hopeful about that thing that you want.
It is. You just have to, respect your relationship.
Okay, Gemini. All right, let's go on to Cancer and see what's
Yeah.
Cancer, you got the first major arcana card out.
Word
Cancer. All right. So Cancer, this is the Magician. This is huge.
It's funny because they're like, well, Gemini, I got the energy that you're looking for.
This is the progression. So you could talk to a Cancer, and they might be actually initiating something. They might be initiating something for everybody, right? The Magician, Cancer energy is saying, Cancer this week is saying, I know how to start things. I know how to initiate things in my life and how to make things possible, right? All of the suit is on the table, right? And the wand of knowledge there. It's like you really are going to be initiating, feeling capable of what it is. Or you may have already sown a seed in something, therefore it's going to be initiated. Like things are, if they were fast, they're going slower. If they're slower, they're going fast. Or a different situation is coming in. Maybe a new suitor is coming in even. There's a possibility of that this week. It's a major shift, major moment.
This is definitely a change of focus, and it's an awareness, right? The full moon that we just had in Pisces was definitely very effective towards Piscean people and Cancerian people, right? Because the moon is very, very important to those signs in particular, in Taurus, but those two particularly.
Right.
So now the moon is most likely in Aries, which is the first sign, which is talking about the awareness of self. So now you know what your possibilities are. Between the last full moon and this most recent full moon, so many different things happen for Cancerian people, correct? And Pisces people, definitely. So you really want to begin to understand how you can use all of your resources and all of your talents and your skills to really wrap things up into this ball, into a complete package of your life and what you want it to be.
Yeah, you kind of like, there's some type of starting over. What did you do? What did you do? Did you cut some people out? Did you let some people go? Did you get a new shell? Because some of you got your shell caught in that eclipse and it cracked, right? And just broke into a million pieces. You had to build a new one. And so now you're like amped up. It's like, go, Power Ranger. It's like a mutation that has happened in a good way.
Right.
Kind of like an X-Men, they get the acid poured on them or something happens. They get Sabrina, the teenage witch, she just reached a certain age and then her power's activated.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like that type of thing where something has initiated inside of you that is new. And I think it's really beautiful because it's about time for you, Cancer. You kind of been going through a lot of internal struggle, especially with Jupiter being in Scorpio. Cancer is very much a guardian angel to Scorpio a lot because they know how to deal with emotions. And Scorpio can be very fixed in their emotions to the point that it's debilitating.
Right. They don't want to reveal them either, but it's like you know what they are, so they don't really have to reveal them, and then you can communicate to them in a way where they feel comfortable knowing that you are connected to them.
There's a new start. I don't know why I felt like I needed to talk about the Scorpio and Cancer connection just then, but I did for some reason. So maybe look at those placements this week, okay?
Okay, work, Leo.
All right, Leo. Now we're going back to fire, fixed fire. Leo is talking about Queen of Pentacles now. So now it's out there, Leo. Whatever it is that you deserve, whatever it is that you've been waiting for, you wanted to be known as the wifey. You wanted to get the last name. You wanted to get the post. You wanted to get the job. You wanted everybody to know that you're the boss somehow, or that you got it like that, or that you are her. Sassy Bia, you are him, executive. Oh, he's so fine. Yeah, he's fine. Right, all of that. Like, this is that.
Are you having fun, Leo, or are you working a lot and you haven't?
There's a lot of work.
It's like we are coming to the end of the summer. I want you guys to get out there whenever you can.
We didn't do Virgo yet.
We haven't done it yet. They always ask me. At this point in the reading.
Virgo and Libra. You're always
right.
Did we do it? We didn't do you yet. We're here.
Leo, you guys like to have fun and you like to work hard. You know what I mean? So it's like you want to be passionate about everything, and you may not be able to be passionate about everything right now because you're delegating yourself in a way that's going to be efficient for you. Mm-hmm. And that's great, but as the summer comes to a close and we start to go into fall, I think that you guys should definitely start to get out there and experience some things that maybe you haven't done in a while. Maybe go to that brunch on Sunday. Maybe go to have that one drink of rosé and have two. You know, just stuff like that.
Yeah, this is very like, look at those earthly pleasures. Like, she's kind of yearning to express the pentacle. Also, this is Capricorn energy and it's water. So the Empress rules the Queen. So we're talking about needing to express something. And it's water. So it's an emotional thing that's related to your routine or your earthly matters. Capricorn is there, so it's talking about an obstacle. There may be a female that's an obstacle for you this week, or you are an obstacle for someone this week. There could be that type of thing as well, because of some type of queenly duties. Either they feel like they can, or you feel like you should be this, and it's, you know, very much about kind of like reputation as well and stuff. Low battery. But yeah, this is definitely like everybody knowing and seeing you for who you are as well. Like, this is the Queen who, like, everybody sees. This is the proof. She definitely deserves to be there.
Show them that card.
She definitely, like,
she's focusing on the pentacle, right, because she has a responsibility to it because it's hers. But then look at all of the stuff around her.
Healing, it's like, the yellow.
Right. It's like summer's coming to a close and fall is coming into view, but it's like there's still that time to appreciate the rest of it before it goes.
Right. And the red there is like cloaked in red. So you're feeling very passionate. Yeah. Both Cancer and Leo feeling very passionate, but Cancer's more doing this week than Leo is. Leo's kind of existing in whatever the thing is. You're relating to each other while we're talking to you. We love that. All right, let's go into Virgo. That was very interesting, Leo. Yeah. I'll be interested to see, you know, what Capricorn is affecting you this week.
Virgo. Ooh.
Virgo. You're work.
Yes.
Okay.
You're mentoring someone. People are looking to you, Virgo, because they believe in your wisdom, and they also really respect your opinion. You might drive people crazy sometimes, but that's just because you do.
So this is how I work. This is how I work, and this is talking about commitment. Some of you are about to get a solid commitment possibly this week. You might even been having anxieties over not having a commitment. It's very interesting because it could be in relationship with the Taurus.
You want to commit to
You could, like, for some of you who are communicating with the Taurus, you might be getting a commitment from that Taurus somehow this week with work, or something to do with work, especially because there's a direct correlation between these two.
Absolutely.
Taurus is there. And 10, and Taurus and Virgo, as we well know, are constantly affecting each other. It's a 10 as far as the relationship is concerned. So definitely look at your Taurus placements. This is talking about commitment. So either if you're married, Virgo, you need to be looking at your marriage this week. You need to have mercy in your marriage and be fair in your marriage. Don't be overly critical. Don't be overly fearful about being criticized either.
Right.
It's like, look at these conflicts that you're having, because it is saying that there is some major conflict possibly this week with the 5 being there, and it has to do with your spirit somehow. It could be a physical constraint of some sort, like with your routine somehow, something with a car or real estate or your job.
Because Taurus is dealing with
man or woman
stuff too, and
communication of whatever.
And Virgo actually is in that energy to be able to help Taurus a little bit.
It affects you on a daily basis.
Affecting you. So it's like work is affecting your routine, and your commitment to work is affecting your routine. So maybe some of you have uncommitted yourself to something, and you have a conflict in finding that new institution, that new company, that new foundation to work for, and you just are really trying to get into that because you won't be able to feel comfortable because you won't have any margins to, navigate yourself through. There are no boundaries for you to navigate within. So you get a little bit crazy. So you need a job to hold you down.
Yeah, this is Virgo season. We are in Earth, and it's very obvious too because there aren't any cups out so far.
Not yet.
We got a lot of Earth energy in general, like a lot of pentacles,
right.
You know, and wands and stuff.
Right.
So
exactly.
everybody's kind of thinking about this kind of thing. And I even talked to a Virgo last night, very significantly. If you're watching, B, one of my besties that I love, friends with for years.
Right.
But like she's a one, and so that's magician energy as well. So this is kind of like a thing. We're in Virgo season. We're all kind of having a little bit of cyclicality when it comes to our order and our day-to-day routine. We know we're all about to get into the fall, which means we're all about to get into a set routine. We were able to travel, do things, have our dreams and stuff. Now we've got to get ready to go into these details, the everyday details. Get your amethyst, so you don't feel claustrophobic when you get into the 9 to 5 again.
Right. All right. So let's go ahead into Libra. All right, Libra.
Okay, Libra, High Priestess.
I just can't take what's going on with these columns in this card because when we lay them out, there's a line for the fire signs. They're both pentacles. There's a line for the earth signs. They're all pentacles with a pentacle-related major arcana card. Now, all of the air signs are twos. It's crazy. So you're really thinking about what else is there. I'm sensing that there is more. I'm relating to the idea that there can be more, and you're getting balance out of knowing that for yourself, right? It's like you're coming to a place of feeling the abundance that you can just like sense coming to you, and it's in a very spiritual way. It's like you guys have come to this place of understanding what your purpose is, and you're willing to go with that.
Yeah, the High Priestess energy, once again, is talking about a choice. So you're getting to a place where you know you're going to have to make some choices.
Absolutely.
You haven't actually made the choices yet, but either you are the choice, or you know that a choice is going to have to be made in a very, because this is High Priestess, supremely knowing energy. So the High Priestess is the type of person that comes in and gets something done without having to really do it. It's supremely, you know, it's like slowly over time, it's talking about evolution, water, right? It's like chipping away at something constantly, like suddenly figuring something out that isn't just out there.
Right.
It's not yang. It's not like, boom, the heat, external, I felt it. It's water. It's like, right? And so it's like very subconscious even. It's the idea of knowing that you're going to have to share deeper emotions.
Right.
Knowing that you're going to have to, this is talking about family. This is talking about relationships. First of all, you are Libra, so you've got that duality of the scale mentally. But now this is coming from a subconscious place. It's like, why are you so hung up on what's fair? And why do you get to decide logistics about things? It's coming from a deeper place. So there is an evolution here that's going on. It could even be talking about holding and hiding certain emotions even, because it is very like yin. It's like just being and waiting for a rebirth to happen, or like, because it is soul related, so water rejuvenates. Water gives rebirth and transformation.
It's very
all of that.
It has a sense of
major
communication there too, right? And there's something that has yet to be revealed that you know, but you just can't really speak on it yet because you don't know if it's actually what it is going to be when it's time to reveal it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's all of that. This is very like supreme knowing, maybe even the beginning of just an initiation of some sort. You know you're going to have to initiate something emotionally or stand in a certain role, you know, and you're kind of like getting prepared for that.
Oh, yeah. So let's look at Scorpio.
It's like a cliffhanger. I'm very curious.
It is a cliffhanger because that sheet is behind her, honey, and it's beautiful. But we want to see what's back there. We'll find out. Scorpio, happy announcements in love and home and family.
This is very powerful because I said we
both know
Cancer and Scorpio. I just talked about. I was like during Cancer's thing, I was like, I don't know why I'm talking about Cancer and Scorpio right now. You were here and you were listening to it. This is Mars and Cancer. So you got a Cancer card, Scorpio. So that's very powerful in the sense too. So there definitely is talking about your mom, your home life,
absolutely,
or a Cancer in your life.
It could be sisters for you, Scorpio, because this is the Empress, and these are like little young Empresses here.
Yeah, it's like it's a supremely feminine energy, and it's wanting to express. Some of you are fearful of blockage, some type of emotional blockage, even not being able to get what you want within yourself. You have some type of evolution that's happening, or something that you want to produce, and there could be, anxieties over if that's going to happen. And then some of you just very much want to put more aggression into sharing your feelings, which isn't typically Scorpio.
Right.
Scorpio wants to hide their feelings so that they can be able to control a scenario.
Last week you got a card, too, that was more softer water energy. I think it might have been
Moon and Libra, I believe.
Moon and Libra. Oh, yes, it was. So it was like you choosing to make decisions that are based on harmony, right?
What's fair. You were thinking about what's fair then.
And that was a good idea, right?
It is Mars.
It was a good idea. It's Mercury. Yeah, it's Mercury.
Oh, Mercury. Yeah, I keep saying Mars.
And it's funny because we know a Scorpio who is now a new
Mercury in Cancer.
And they have just made a happy announcement basically yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's true.
Absolutely.
And this is also talking about Mercury in Cancer. Mercury in Cancer is a kind of a little bit like Mercury in Taurus in the sense that Mercury doesn't really like to be in Cancer either. Like Mercury doesn't really want to look at the deeper feelings of things so much. Mercury just wants to analyze it and get the information that it needs to get out of it.
It's like it's like when somebody.
This is like, I want to make you feel something.
Right. It's like when somebody.
Good or bad.
They're supposed to be okay, keep it sure we got to move fast. It's like when somebody reveals a surprise by accident. You were supposed to wait. That type of thing.
This is also like somebody who it's like the perfect example is like, they know you don't like talking about a particular subject, or they know that you don't like a particular thing, and they wait for the opportune time to bring it up to make you feel something, to make you feel some type of way. You could definitely be doing that.
Yeah.
Because you are Scorpio, so it is your energy.
Water, right.
So it's like almost like the sting of it. It's like the constant, because Mercury is probing, right? So it's like, I'm just gonna figure out if I can get to you and do this, that type of thing,
Right.
Wanting to share in the emotions. Maybe you're feeling a lot of emotion.
Also,
and you just want to misery love company.
Yeah, so you're communicating things that have made you feel something, and that could be a good thing, but it's like you waited for it.
Yeah.
Right, you waited. And some of you might just be revealing things about the home that are taking place that is good.
Mm-hmm. It's an evolution. Cancer is an evolution, so it's better out than in. All right, Sagittarius, you've got Seven of Pentacles.
This definitely ain't nothing that you like.
Oh, no. No, Dad.
I gotta wait for what?
Right. Wait, look at it, Sash. I'm sorry. Oh, baby, I know.
Yeah,
baby.
Saturn's not going to give it to you like Jupiter does.
You ever seen a horse upset?
Right.
It's like, it's like kicking the ground and start breathing real heavy.
Right. It's getting excited and it wants to go, and you're like, nope, we're going to stay here for a little bit longer. You got to calm down. Right.
It grunts, right. And that's very much kind of like, he could even be looked that way, right? He could be grunting. Oh.
Y'all might be feeling the energy of Jupiter about to, make its transit into your sign. And you see things that might be happening. There might be contracts that are still under development or unfolding that, they're going to take a few months or maybe several months to get through. You could be waiting to hear back from an audition that you had that is taking a long-ass time because it's a really big role. It's like that type of stuff.
This is a slow struggle that's related to something physical, especially for you because you're a Sagittarius. It definitely probably has to do with work. Right? Like right now you're not working as much as you want to or as much as you're used to, and you're really waiting to get your just reward. Maybe you sold a business somehow, or you really want to take, it could be talking about a trip, but it's talking about physical pleasure. This is Taurus, and it's Saturn in Taurus. And both of those love to move slowly, which is something that Sag does not like. Jupiter wants to expand. It's not one, if Jupiter touches it, it's like 6 or 7 of it, right? That Jupiter loves to expand. Saturn wants to do it really slowly and wants to know that it knows that it's going to be like this every time because it built it and it's solid and it's like it knows every blueprint, every corner, what color the paint is eggshell, purple, beige, blah, blah, blah. Like it knows, right? And Sagittarius is like, oh, yeah, I know. Right? It's like it's a little bit more like, I figured it out. I know what I feel, and that's enough. Knowing what I feel is enough, and that's not the truth here. This is like you will learn these lessons, and they've got to do with karma. Even if it's like you feel like
y'all need to manage your money.
Real estate, even with last week, that was the thing that was about managing your money because you got the page of it last week. So now it's talking about like really, and really like maybe you sowed a seed. Or maybe the seed is you, and you're really waiting, because this person knows this field, right? It's their field. And it's 7 is talking about victory. It is Cancer. So it's talking about victory. Okay, we're going to move. I know I can't spend too much time with you. It's only the minute thing. But yeah, like basically be patient with this situation. It's karmically related. Yeah. And you are restricted for a reason. Yeah. Like the horse is in the stable for its protection as well.
Now you're being called to appreciate something and not just like have it.
Okay. All right, Kat. What's going on? Ooh, Kat, you got Leo. And Leo, you got Kat.
Right.
Interesting.
You need that strength card with Saturn.
Oh, I said that. That's another correlation. You better go back and watch this again.
You need it.
Okay, that's another correlation because I just said, who are you dealing with? Capricorn and Leo are dealing with each other this week.
Too, from 7 to 8.
So you're having a lot of strength inside of yourself, Capricorn. Good. Go ahead and like have the courage to do or say whatever it is that you want to do or say.
Right.
Like it's like you keep yourself restricted so much that it's probably really good to get this card out and say that you're not going to restrict yourself in whatever way that you really want to express in your heart. Because it is about the heart, and there's strength in the union, so there might be some type of union with you or in yourself or with another person, and you really want to express the love there, and it's saying, like, do it. Like, good for you, because Saturn is in Capricorn right now, so you're learning a lot of karmic lessons about what you need to do in this scenario.
Right. I'm getting that you guys definitely need to have strength within this transit of Saturn and Pluto. They're both retrograde right now, and they're going to go direct in like a month and a half or 2 months or something like that. But it's like when you think about the sun basically had imploded. It feels like it's imploded, and it's just burning from the inside out. So you guys are definitely finding your fire within this pressure that's been building with Saturn and Pluto being there, but you're handling it. You haven't gone and like exploded completely. You know what I mean? You're keeping it all inside, and you guys are good at that, right?
The heart, right?
Yes.
So this is talking about a new beginning, and it's a forced new beginning.
You've been tested.
Yeah, it's an evolution. It's an evolution, and it's about courage. So if you have a question and you're wondering if I should or shouldn't do something, it's saying do it. It's up to you to do it.
Keep going.
Okay?
All right, Aquarius.
Aquarius, wow, major arcana card. Major arcana card for Aquarius.
Yes. Mars is directing you.
You got the Empress. Okay, beautiful. The Empress Aquarius is talking about you really want to express some things. For some of you, if you're thinking about children and wanting to have children, this is a good time for conception. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Also,
some of you might think that you're pregnant, but not be sure yet.
Yeah, and some of you are giving birth to new ideas. Like maybe it's because the fall is coming in and Virgo is coming in, and you're thinking about progression, and you're like lining up your year or whatever. And this is very like a good week for you for that, like checking your I's and crossing your T's and getting your plans ready.
Right.
Sorry, this is like very much like you want to express yourself. This is a lot about like being and not doing still though.
Right.
So you're not necessarily like taking these field trips and doing all these things, but you're getting your syllabus together. You're waiting. You're Aquarius, so you are about like for the future, foresight, right? And it's talking about a supreme waiting period, the beginning of like a real conflict because of the waiting. Like you now know something that you didn't know before.
Right.
Maybe you were like kind of trying to figure something out.
It's getting closer to something coming into shape, and you're waiting for it, but it may take a process about another month before you actually find out if you actually have it. You know what I mean? Because this is, Libra and Taurus. So let's just go with Libra. In Libra season, you might find something out that is actually going to make you feel a little bit more abundant, and rest assured that things are actually going to be okay.
Yeah, it's good. I'm seeing you getting out and expressing yourself more and, like, getting out of this, like, place that's just mental. And so for you, that's good because we know you can really go in your mind. Okay? Pisces, wow. I've been going in with Pisces. I said something really sweet about Pisces last week on Facebook. I was like, I just love me some Pisces. We both have Cancer moons, and my sister is a Pisces. So I've always had your energy in my life.
Pisces.
You got the Sun card.
Yes. It's no one's fault today, right?
I'm really happy to end this with this because, Pisces, you always be like the underdog thing. This is like a very, save the best for last in this scenario.
Wonderful. Yeah.
And Pisces, you do hold a lot of weight a lot of the times because a lot of the times people just remember the ends of things. When they go see a show, it could be a great show, but if the ending is bad, they'll be like, that show, I didn't really like it. Or vice versa, it wasn't that great, but then the finale was great. You'd be like, oh, I want to see it again.
Pisces, right? You've opened yourself up to something, right? You've opened yourself up so that other people can receive parts of you that they should have been appreciating the whole time.
Oh.
And this is revealing and removing a blockage. So everybody, where is your 12th house? Mm-hmm. Things are being revealed in a positive way, and that blockage is now being opened up a little bit.
This is like a huge change through awareness. Mm-hmm. So this is very powerful, especially if you have some type of connection with a Capricorn.
Right.
Or like a strong placement with Capricorn, because Leo is in Capricorn, which is ruled by the sun.
When they talk about the sun, I was like, I'm sorry about
right. So if you are like, I have Capricorn rising and I'm a Pisces, or I'm a Capricorn moon with Pisces rising, or any of those kind of combinations, this is very strong as far as like the awareness of what it is that you feel like you need to do, because the awareness, the sun is the awareness, it's like shining light. It's like, look at this.
I'm living for this reading. Even though we opened up with the Ten of Swords, that's saying that a change is occurring, and it needed to.
It needed to. And you know what? If you really look at this, because we're about to go through the recap, but we do have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress. I see the Emperor there, and the Hierophant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We may not be able to do the recap of this one, just because I have to.
He's going to try to plug it in. We're going to lose you guys. But, it's like it's pretty easy going. Like, for the most part, Cancer's going to have a major week. Libra and Virgo are having major weeks. And also all the last two, Capricorn, Pisces, and Aquarius, are all having major weeks.
Fire signs are dealing with materialization, work, body things, and just overall time things.
Yeah, you're thinking about, your fire signs are all thinking about their body and money and energy and, their pleasures,
right.
Their lessons in pleasure, and the proof of it. Like, you better call me wifey if I am wifey.
Right.
Like, you better do these things and, all these systems.
Creating things for pleasure, learning, stages, trial and error. Doing the stuff, but not really being able to celebrate doing it.
See, you better give it. I'm really happy with this right here. Like, this is saying, Pisces, you really are understanding something about yourself, and, you actually might have the courage to just do it.
Please.
We do all learn from you, and, sometimes you can get so emotionally, you feel so much that you don't do it, and we need you to do it.
We're glad that you are. We're glad that you're feeling satisfied.
So, you're feeling satisfied. We're feeling satisfied.
Right.
Now, Sagittarius, I know there's some great disappointments. You're feeling like you're kind of having to hold back a little bit, but just know that the reward from this situation and you having to sit on your hands is going to be so much greater. When you look back, you're going to be grateful that you didn't just speed and rock it off and make that decision.
It's saying stay determined, and you're focused, but it's saying don't just focus on the ending. It's saying all the in-betweens are important.
Always get
all the in-betweens.
What you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might
like this format for the
get what you need.
And we've got the approval of the providers.
All right. Yeah. So that's kind of like your overview. Gosh, it's always so hard to let you guys go with your weekly because I'm like, woo. So we like our announcement. We're at Ashanti.
It's on East 14th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues in New York's East Village, very close to NYU. So NYU kids,
come on over, get your reading
yeah.
with us. I'm there on Saturdays. I'll be there on Fridays too, I believe. I know he's doing Sundays and possibly even Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to also be doing some like teaching
right.
and live stuff. So like, yeah, come in. We do 15-minute increments. You can do a 15, 30-minute, half hour,
right.
full hour, that type of thing. Have us there. Or, of course, you want to do a personal reading where it's just like FaceTime and you're long distance. Right. You're not in New York. Gmail, providencetarot@gmail.com. We'll send you our rates and connect with you. Follow us on IG as well. We love you guys. And we're all getting ready for the fall, so let's get our routine together. We want to see you weekly. Don't you want to see us, the Powerful Duo, letting you know about yourselves?
Happy Virgo season, you guys.
Virgo. Happy birthday.
Get into the rhythm of things.
We have Mercury in Virgo, so we know we're giving you the messages.
Right. All right, you guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody.